and after obviously when they got the red card, the context of the game changed, and we were much in control, scored another 2 goals, make certain rotations. So overall, a very, very positive afternoon. Yeah, he's certainly ready to play in any position. We have to make certain adjustments, not because of PSG, because of as well the situation we had with Thomas and a few other players, but that's good because the team shows adaptability, versatility for certain players to play in different positions, and that's very much needed, especially when we have the numbers that we have at the moment.
Isam, Kalima.
Well, the referees made a decision that it is clear. It was a bit sore, but it's nothing serious. So it's good. Yeah.
All right, so this one has gone final 4-0. 2 other games in this window, both with implications for Champions League spot.
Job and Arsenal to do this, and they did it really well this afternoon, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, they're a much better side than Ipswich. Like we spoke about at the beginning of the show, no disrespect to Ipswich, but they got League One players still. And you're not beating an Arsenal team, even though, we're rotating it. You might have injuries, but Arsenal, they work really hard. They went out there with the right attitude, straight from the first whistle, and went and put the game to bed early. Trossard scoring a couple of goals, that's really important. He played really well. Martinelli on the left, Trossard down the middle, Saka on the right. That's probably what they're going to play in the European competition, in the Champions League, with Moreno dropping in as part of the 3, Declan Rice as the defensive midfield. But it was a good overall performance, very professional, clean sheet, and scored goals. What more can you ask for?
Yeah, just picking up what Jay said there, Jamie, he kind of used that as almost a dress rehearsal for the PSG semi-final without Thomas Partey.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. I wanted to see how they lined up today, because obviously Partey picked up the yellow card. I thought, what are the options? Because, Jorginho's injured, Havertz is injured, Partey's booked. Was they going to play Zinchenko in there? Skelly. There was talk of Lewis Skelly playing in midfield, but they had one problem, and they've dealt with it. It looks like it will be Declan Rice, Moreno, Odegaard, and they'll play Trossard. Trossard played down the middle today. Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right. That, for me, was a dress rehearsal of the starting lineup for the PSG game. Zinchenko played today. He's rotated a few. He's given Lewis Skelly a rest, but I think that midfield and that front 3 is probably how they'll start in that Champions League semi-final. So it was interesting to see how they've done today, and they played really well. They're too good for Ipswich, and Ipswich are not good enough. But Arsenal turned up and done the business. Fair play to them.
As well, with Trossard, one thing I like about Trossard, he plays in them wide areas, that's his natural position, but when he's played down the middle, he's a good finisher.
Yeah.
And he sniffs out them, kind of scrappy chances. He seems to sniff them out, and he does well. And that's what we're going to need in the Champions League. We're going to need a performance where you work really hard. You might have to run after lost causes, but then you've got the speed to get in the box, get them little scrappy goals. And he's done it really well when he's played in that position for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Jamie?
Going into the underdogs, aren't they? Underdogs.
Favourites, mate. Favourites.
Jamie, Jay, you really have put in a shift this afternoon on Soccer Sunday. Listen, I don't care what they all say. I think you're all right.
And was that the perfect follow-up to the victory in Madrid in midweek?
Yeah, really happy with the performance, especially the way we started the game, 11 against 11. First 35 minutes, I think we were exceptional. Scored 2, could have scored 3 or 4. And after obviously the game changed with the sending off, and we controlled the game well. We lacked a little bit of threat, but at the end we scored another 2 good goals. So overall, we rotated players, we rest some players.
Follow-up to the victory in Madrid in midweek?
Yeah, really happy with the performance, especially the way we started the game, 11 against 11. First 35 minutes, I think we were exceptional. Scored 2, could have scored 3 or 4. And after obviously the game changed with the sending off, and we controlled the game well. We lacked a little bit of threat, but at the end we scored another 2 good goals. So overall, we rotated players, we rest some players. So good afternoon.
Did the advantage that you build up allow you to get the rest that you really needed into some of these players? Because you'd said during the week some of them aren't able to do 90 minutes at this moment in time.
Yeah, and some of them weren't able to start the game, which is good, to have Ben, for example, hasn't played 90 minutes for a long time. Alex Zinchenko the same, so we had some players that we rotated and play. They performed really well, so as I said, a lot of positives to take from the game.
One of the big worries for you in the position that you find yourself at the moment is injuries. What was going through your mind when Bukayo Saka goes down, Leif Davis gets the red card, and then we see Bukayo with the ice? How concerning is it?
Yeah, I didn't see the tackle. It was quite fast, so I didn't see. It was very far from the bench. But yeah, after watching it, I think it's a good decision for the referee, and thankfully, yeah, he's in a bit of pain, but it doesn't look anything too serious.
Some of the quality of the goal today must have pleased you, particularly perhaps Andre's second Martinelli's goal to give you the second.
Yeah. Some of the play, the way we connected with each other, the ball speed, positioning, understanding, and timing of it was exceptional.
It means that you've made Liverpool wait, but perhaps more importantly, is it the fact that you've cemented second place with others that have been breathing down your neck?
Well, I don't know. There's still a lot of points to play, so we're going to have to still do quite a lot to achieve that. Yeah, we managed to delay for another week the championship for Liverpool, and that's what we have to try to do.
You spoke about Declan Rice being in a different dimension at this moment in time. We saw him play in the role that we'd obviously likely see Partey playing or Jorginho playing today. Is that a glimpse, perhaps, of what we might see against Paris Saint-Germain, and does it also show his ability to be flexible in your side?
Yeah, he can play in either of the three positions in midfield. Today we have to play them. George is out still, and Thomas could not start the game, so that was really the reason. I'm not thinking about anything else than that, but I thought he was exceptional there.
Obviously, all eyes for many Arsenal fans will be on the Champions League semi-final, but for you, again, is the mantra the next game on Wednesday night and continuing the form that you've shown here today?
Yeah, for sure. Maintain the standards. Wednesday we're going to have another 12 games against Palace at home, and the best preparation and the best way to be on top form with good confidence and the team flowing is to continue to perform and win the game.
Just fine. Has this been the perfect day?
It's been a really good week, I would say.
Well done.